This last weekend was a really awesome weekend for our women's team. To get that team title was huge, especially after getting beat pretty badly on the previous weekend. For them to come back and do really 1-2 punch with Sarah and Oda getting first and second in that race, and Henrietta backing it up with a third team score, getting sixth. That was big for them. And I think it was also really huge in seeing that, Oda having a breakthrough race and getting on the podium for the first time, showing us that we can have, for sure, different gals up there on the podium for us any single day. And that's going to be a new kind of fun conversation for us moving forward, not just qualifying those student athletes to the championships, but seeing who the top three are on our team that we can have represent Michigan Tech at the NCAA championships. And also knowing that every single weekend that we are really vying for the team titles there. For the men's side, we definitely we're lacking in a little bit of depth there, having three of our guys out sick. But Patrick Acton produced a really great classic result for him, helping lead the charge for the team there in fourth place. And then we had a really great breakthrough performance for Josh Albrecht. He was actually our second scorer, and he was ninth on the day. So that was his first top 10 of his collegiate career. Really exciting for him to just have that breakthrough performance. And Summer Schrock getting another top 10 result too. I think one big thing for those guys is they see that if we're missing those other key scorers on our team, that our depth, it does suffer a little bit. So I think that was actually a good thing for a lot of our guys that aren't currently skiing in our top 5 men to see that if they really want to be contributing to the team success, they have to be jumping up for sure into the top 10 and even really vying for top 5 finishes every single race. And we have big expectations there. We know that our women are skiing really strong, and they're going to be pushing for CCSA wins every single weekend. And if our guys can be close there as well, then we're going to be able to take away some team titles, combined titles, and so that's a good driving force for us to have. And also it's nice to know that we have the depth to have student athletes step up when some are out for the weekend, but also to know that that when we get those numbers back there, that we certainly can take away some combined team championships as well, or team wins on each weekend. I think having only one race this last weekend was really nice to just give us a little bit of an easier competition schedule on the weekend. It is really, really tough to do 2 distance events on a weekend, especially now that we're in the core of our season and we have 3 race weekends right in a row. So it was a little bit nicer just because, 1, we didn't have to miss as much school. 2, it's a little bit easier in terms of the actual intensity load that you have on that weekend, and your ability to recover after the competition weekend and be able to prepare for the following weekend. So I think now going into this week, obviously we shouldn't see issues like we did see last week with having a little bit of sickness spreading through the team and having everybody being ready to go for another back-to-back race weekend. I mean, Sarah Goble has just had really a storybook senior year here at Michigan Tech. To start it off by qualifying for the NCAA running championships, then to qualify for the U23 World Ski Championships through her results at U.S. Cross Country Ski Championships, and now to be having 3 weekends in a row where she's won a collegiate race on the weekend. Really all we're looking to do is just keep it going. And I think it's really fun when you're in a good place like that, because you don't have to search to do anything special. You just have to say, okay, what do I need to do to just continue to maintain my performances here? She's obviously in a great place, and it's really, I think, being impactful for the rest of the women's team too. To have that leadership and that success from a senior, really helps all of our younger student athletes on the team look up to her and say, okay, I can be there too. I'm training with her. I'm skiing with her every single weekend, and that success drives itself throughout the whole team. So it's really fun to be a part of, and we're just really fired up to have that success across the entire women's team this year, and that incredible leadership from both Sarah and Amanda as our seniors on the team this year. Yeah, this weekend we go to Rhinelander for the CCSA UW-Green Bay Invitational. It'll be a back-to-back race weekend with skate individual start races on Saturday, classic mass start races on Sunday. From here on out, our races really mirror the NCAA championship format. So this gets more so now into the championship season and preparations for the championship events. But really, we're just going to treat it like any other race weekend because obviously what we've been doing has been working, and I think that's important to just keep instilling that confidence in the student athletes that, hey, we're on track and we're doing what we need to do to be able to get great team scores every weekend and get our student athletes qualified for the championship. So look forward to another fun event here. It'll be our last travel for a couple weeks, so that'll be nice too. Our schedule gets a little bit easier in terms of the travel demand, and that just helps to make sure that, like we mentioned before, they have the ability to have that success in the classroom. That I think also makes sure that they can go out there and really be able to be focused on their races every given weekend as well.